All right, Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible. With the teaching Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the Lord's chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
So with that, I want to open up a lesson, and I want to speak about how people think, heaven ain't hard to find, but the truth is heaven is hard to find, so don't think, heaven is a place, don't think you're gonna, live your life and then you're gonna go to heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is gonna be here on earth.
I just said that.
Yeah, this brother was saying that the kingdom of heaven is gonna be here on earth. Let's go to 1 Samuel. Let's go to 2 Ezra 7 and 1.
7 and 1. 2 Ezra 7 and 1. And when I had made an end of speaking those words, there was sent unto me an angel, which was been sent unto me the night afar.
Right. So this is Ezra, and he seen an angel, and the angel was speaking words to him. And keep going.
2. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee.
And keep going.
3. And I said, Speak on my God. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that might be a deep and great.
Right. So the sea, it said it's set in a wide place, and it might be deep and great. So when you look at the sea, it's as far as the eye could see. It looks real easy to get inside. Right?
Yep.
You could get lost in the sea. Keep going.
4. But put the case the entrance more narrow and like a river.
So
Put the case the entrance.
yeah, so let's say, in order to get into the sea, you have to go by a river, and a river is small. Or because it says a narrow entrance, So what if in order to get to the sea, you have to go through a narrow entrance? So it really isn't that easy to get into the sea,
Try to take a yacht on the river, see how that works out.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Not many yachts could go onto the river like that.
Yeah. So same thing as the kingdom of heaven. It's hard to get there. You think just because it's gonna be on earth that you're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna live good then.
Yeah, if it's here on earth, I'm good. Yeah.
But it depends on who you are. If you're someone who did wrong to the Israelites, then it's gonna be bad for you.
It's lucky, but Tupac made a song called "Heaven Ain't Hard to Find," but that Jake dedicated that song, I believe, to a woman, right? Or was that song based on? Was it like a woman or? Yeah, you remember hearing that song? I think that song, he pretty much called the woman to heaven. So heaven ain't hard to find, but he said, woman, you get with the woman, you be with the woman, that's like heaven. See? So our people be going off.
Yeah. Yes, and they say, if you have a lot of money, that's heaven.
Oh yeah.
You're in heaven if you got a lot of money. But let's go to Matthew 19 and 23.
Matthew 19 and 23. Then said Yahushua to his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so rich man, you can't get into the kingdom of heaven because you already got your kingdom of heaven right here on earth before the kingdom's here. You know? And keep going.
And again, I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God.
Like the brother was saying, you can't take a yacht on a river. You know? It's too hard. So the only way you could do it is by following the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's hard to do. You know, for our people, it's hard to do. You know.
Oh yeah, for especially our people, though, you know. And I got a precept if you don't mind. So, Zephaniah 1 and 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire by his jealousy. Neither for he shall make even a speedy residence of all them that dwell in the land. But it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath.
That's right. Even though money's a protection and a defense, when the Lord comes, no matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have a stack of fucking money, put it up in the air. Oh, save me, but
yeah,
money ain't gonna save you though.
You could hide in your money, and that ain't gonna help you. You know?
I know those people too, man, that stack money so much though that they might have $5 million, but they don't want to buy a fucking a car that's 20,000. Nah, that's too much. It's like, damn, nigga, like you got $5 million in your bank account. You need a car. Buy a $20,000 or a $5,000 car. Like, nah, I don't want to waste my money. Those are those type of people too that are out there, man. But I know you gotta play it smart with your money though. But don't be those people that you have $5 million and you don't want to give someone $5 though. What kind of shit is that?
That's right.
And rich people are like that. It's like
yeah. Oh, that's why the Lord said, if you're rich, to give away your money, you know, to the poor.
Yeah, and then it say too, if giving alms will deliver you from death. Giving alms will deliver you from death. There you go. I mean, it could be money or something else too, but giving money is also giving alms too. But these fucking devils, man, I'm telling you, if Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and all these people got together, they got enough money to give each American $1 million. They got that much money, bro. They could give an American $1 million each, though. Are they gonna do it? Fuck no. You make the math, and they got enough money to give each American $3 million, bro. Even at that, more. Well, 19 and 24. I think it's 25, right? And it says, and when the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, "Who can be saved?"
So when you hear that a rich man can't go to heaven, you know, it makes you think, who could really go to heaven? Because we thought everybody could go to heaven, you know, even a rich man, because he looks, you know, he looks righteous, you know.
It's like, oh, he's definitely gonna go to heaven.
Yeah, but it's saying they were amazed, you know, and keep going.
26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible.
See? So only with Yahweh Shai, only if you're an Israelite, you could enter, you know, you have a chance to get into the kingdom of heaven. But for a man, you know, like Esau, you know, he's a profane, which is, you know, outside of the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah. And I got a definition for heaven. It says, any place of complete bliss and delight and peace. Are we at peace? Are we in delight? Not these people over here. So how is this, you know what I mean?
because heaven is also a condition,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and the condition that the Israelites are going through is not a heavenly thing,
Yeah.
you know, right now.
So it tells Matthew 11 and what I read though. You know, they suffer violence though.
Yeah.
Goes to show that heaven is within, you know, you though, man. The
That's
temple.
why if you're rich, you already got your heaven. You know, you don't need. Why would you be rich and then get into heaven and you're rich again? You know.
How does it make sense? Like where your work's at?
Yeah. It wouldn't be fair. You know, the Lord is about balance. He's about being fair.
It tells you that in the scriptures too.
Yeah.
He's balanced.
So with that, so we go back to Second Ezra 7 and 5.
2 Ezra 7 and 5. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? And if he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Which Jesus said.
Yeah. So who could go into the sea if you don't go through the narrow? You can't go around it. You know, you can't go around this truth. If we tell you something about the law, statutes, and commandments, if we tell you not to eat pork, don't go try it and try to justify it. You know, don't go try to say, oh, you know, it's only on the weekend. You know, I only eat pork on the weekend. That's not righteous. You know, you have to keep it 100.
Jake likes to say that. Keep it 100.
Yeah, 100% truth.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. They say, oh, a little bit won't hurt.
Yeah, it's only a slice, you know, but just even a little bit will make you all dirty.
I got a precept here. Next, the book of John 10 and 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entered not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up another way, the same is a thief and a robber. So who's the door? Yahweh Shai. So it says, but climbeth up another way is the same as a thief and a robber. You know?
Yeah, Yahweh Shai is the door, and the ones who are pointing to the door is the great millstone camps. You know, they're the ones telling us, you know, about Yahweh Shai, about his name, about who the Israelites are.
Well, these rich men ain't telling you that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Salaki, they ain't telling you that?
The church ain't telling you.
Yeah, even Jake, though, too, at the churches, they ain't telling you that.
No.
They're trying to enter a different way.
They're not telling you who Esau is, who Jacob is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
They might teach you about other things, but when it comes to the white man, nah, they're good. That's all in the past. They're our brothers now. Our wicked brother.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta study and make it hard for yourself. You know, that's how you're gonna get into the kingdom of heaven. And keep going.
2 Ezra 7 and 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things.
So he's saying, now there's a city, and it's built on a big field. You know, a really big field, and you can see it. You can see the city. So you think you could just go up to the city because they don't have any gates. You know?
It's like when people go to Las Vegas, before they get to Vegas, they see you know, it's in the middle of a desert, so it's a broad place though, and that's like Vegas.
Yeah, like Vegas.
Yeah. Before you get to Vegas, from like miles away, you can see that sinful ass city.
You can see all the good things. You know, you see all the lights.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All the sounds.
The lights, be reaching up to the sky.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit, man.
See the buildings.
Yeah.
So keep going.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Shit.
So when you go up to the city, you start to find out. You get a little bit closer, and it's a really small path to get inside.
Like in those
You know?
movies, when they like Indiana Jones or Jumanji and all them, when they're walking that, what I'm talking about? That bridge though with the wooden float
Yeah.
boards though and the ropes in the side, and it's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how hard it is to get into heaven. Because people don't even know how many commandments there are. You think there's only 10, but if you think there's only 10, how hard is it for you to get into heaven
That'd be too easy.
when there's 613 commandments?
But you gotta be an Israelite though.
Yeah. So there's a lot of obstacles you got to go through.
Bro, imagine 10 though. That's too easy. That would be too easy though. So therefore, everyone could make it to heaven, even the 2/3 though.
And you can't even keep the 10.
They can probably keep. I won't murder. I
Can't
won't
even
jack
keep
no more.
adultery.
Yeah. Oh man, our people commit adultery though. They can't even. And that's the top. Like they say, top 10, whatever. But
Because when you have abortion, you're murdering. That's murder right there.
yeah. And bro, you put out this video yesterday too about how the sperm stays in the. And even scientists tell you that the sperm is still a living organism that stays within. It goes to the woman's head, right? It says the brain, right?
That's right. When a man ejaculates in the mouth, it swims all the way, all the way up to the brain.
It's like a parasite.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I remember you told me this a long time ago. The spirit of different men stay in the woman.
Yeah.
And it makes sense though.
Yeah.
On the spiritual side. But now the scientists are telling you this.
Yep. That's right.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Because if the sperm lives inside of us, what do you think it's gonna do when you put it in someone else?
It's gonna look.
It's gonna try to live.
Yeah, because even it says when it finds something and it dies, it goes into the bloodstream or flesh, right? So it becomes.
Yeah.
It becomes like in the woman though.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I think they try to do experiments. Scientists try to do experiments with the sperm. And try to create shit.
Yeah, it's Esau for you though. Yeah. Trying to put everything under a microscope.
Keep going.
Hey, an only path between them both, even between fire and the water, so small that there could be no man there go there at once. See?
Yeah.
The yachts?
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So that's why you don't see, many people out here, preaching the truth. That's why, people pass by and they think we're crazy for coming out here.
So it's how they were fools for Yahweh.
They think we're false prophets.
Talk shit.
Yeah,
Remember that fat girl? She did like a grito, like a scream, like woo.
Yeah. So don't whatever you see, don't judge it. So we'll go to 1 Samuel 16:7. Just because you see a big sea, don't think it's easy to get inside. Preaching the word.
You're probably Edomite. See, that's the Edomite for you. Well, maybe though. But if you really know what was going on, he would have came over here.
Yeah.
Like you see that, bro. You see that stupid look on his face. Come on. Yeah, bro, that was a perfect example where you just, it goes to tell that spiritual. He could have been a Jake, who knows, but a scoffer, clearly. He's like, what's going on?
Like we're supposed to talk to you while you're driving?
And his brother said, trying to tell him, preach the word, but the truck kept going.
So we're just going to continue.
That's just 16:7. 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance of the height of his stature, because I have refused him, for the Most High seeth not as a man seeth. For man looketh at the outward appearance, but the Most High looketh in the heart.
So it said, hey,
Preaching the word? Yeah.
The Bible.
All
Me
right.
too. All right.
All right. Take it easy.
Well, hey, maybe they were Israelites.
Yeah, maybe there is like, yeah.
And they came back.
And maybe they saw the sign. Well, I don't know if they did though. They're probably, you know, a little offended though. But from what they see, at least the driver was interested. I don't know about the passenger, but
If you came a little closer, could speak a little bit more.
yeah. I mean, if he had questions though, but want me to read it again, real quick?
Yeah.
1 Samuel 16:7. Bro, that was spiritual. So, but the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or the height of his stature, because I have refused him, for the Most High seeth not as a man seeth.
And that's spiritual too, because they look like Edomites, but they could have been Israelites.
Yeah.
So we don't look at the appearance, or we don't, just because you're tall. Like for example, if you want to pick a basketball team, you would think to pick the tallest guys, because they're the ones closest to the basketball, to the basketball hoop. So they'd probably be, they could probably dunk it easier.
Yeah. Catch the rebounds.
Yeah, but can they run good?
Or they're small. Was that clumsy? They keep falling over.
Are they clumsy? Do they have accuracy? When they shoot the ball.
Yeah, because when you're that tall, hey man, you have the ability to be a good passer too.
Yeah.
That's good at passing the ball. Yeah.
But just because they're tall, don't pick the tallest guy. You want to pick the one who can run fast, who has accuracy.
Even a good shooter.
Who has good teamwork, not by the appearance. That's why he said, don't look on his countenance or the height of his stature.
Yeah, because we could have easily cussed the guys out though, Like would have been like, hey, you guys are Edomites and such and such though. But he came with that spirit of what are you guys doing? Preaching the word. We could have cussed them out, but
they didn't say nothing stupid, They were just, had a smile on their face.
yeah.
But
The way.
But they didn't disagree.
Yeah. No, they just said, well, that's good, Bless you, keep going. But the driver seemed more diligent, though, Driver seemed more diligent.
I should have said you guys might be Israelites,
Yeah, or show them the board, like, hey, did you know, would you guys probably know him as Jesus? This is actual real color right here. We should have hit him with that, huh?
Yeah. It's just kind of like a surprise, though.
Because I didn't even think they were gonna pull up. Because it just seemed like the pastor seemed like he was just joking around, Like, what are you guys doing? And you know what I mean? Like, just pass it by. Like I was just saying too about that chick though that was out woo and you just kept passing by, and I'm like, all right. First Samuel.
This first part.
16:7. But the Most High said it to Samuel, look not on his countenance or the height of his stature.
Right, so another example, NASCAR. You got all these cars, and they all look like the same cars, right?
Yeah.
But inside of the car is a driver. Each driver has a different ability. So we don't know which car is gonna win.
Yeah.
All we know is that we just judge by how the spirit goes. Has that car been doing good through the race?
Knows how to take the left turns good.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to take them left turns
Does
though.
that car, pass up a lot of cars? You know?
Cause that goes to a lot of tailgating too with NASCAR, right? They tailgate a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're a tailgater.
Or like when you go to a restaurant, you don't know who's cooking. You know, it could be a good cook or a bad cook. You know, all you see is the sign. The sign looks good. You know, the outside, you know, it's all decorated, but when you go inside, it might have some bad food.
Even with when you go wait in line, you see the menu. You know, remember Burger King, they had the menu and they had for each member like number in each burger. I'm like, damn, you know what? And they, you know, it's obvious. Like they look at it and they're like, oh, you know what? Number 2 looks good though. Yeah, let's get the number 2.
Yeah.
But it could be a shitty ass cook.
Yeah, that's right.
Give you some old ass meat.
Yeah, the meat could be sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
Take a bite. It may look good from the outside, but you take a bite, like, oh shit, this shit tastes old.
Yeah. Same thing with other camps like IUIC. They have, you know, they have a good appearance. You know, their videos. They have they put up images. You know, they sell clothes. You know, but their spirit is off. You know. That's why they have a lot of followers. You know, because they look good. You know.
And they never talk about the destruction of America. They always talk about Israel, united Israel. Let's unite our people. But in the scriptures tell you that there's 2/3 are gonna die. How come they don't talk about, I mean, he has talked about that, Bishop Nathaniel, I understand. But how come they don't push that more though? Like, hey, America's gonna get destroyed though. It goes to show, man, the parable about the seeds though that landed in the thorns though. And then, you know, as in a parable, as in like, you know about the truth, but you try to bring in that worldly shit. You know what I mean?
Now we go to Matthew 4 and 18.
Matthew 4 and then 18. And Yahweh Shai, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw 2 brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, where they were fishers.
So this was Simon called Peter and Andrew. They were fishing, and Yahweh Shai, the Lord, seen them. Keep going.
19, and he said unto them, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men.
So they were fishers of men. Now, when you're a fisher, when you're fishing, you can't see the fish, right? All you do is you just throw the rod and you hope that you get a good fish.
Yeah.
It's the same way with this truth. You know, we can't see who are the real Israelites. You know, all we could do is test their spirit. You know?
Maybe from the outside though.
Yeah, when we tell you, you know, if you're an Israelite, you know, and you believe it, then it's like we're getting a good catch.
You know, bro, and it's like you know, Passover is already, you know, what, in a month though? So, just depending on the moon. And we had a bad fish come literally last year. Because I believe, I could be wrong, he came at the time, it was, because we were here Passover, remember? We were camping in Passover, and he happened to come that day on Passover. That's when we told him about the truth though. Literally. But he was a bad fish. He might seem diligent, but we gotta cast him back into the sea.
Yeah, sorry.
You know? And it was actually on the evening of the Passover. We didn't judge him though. We just told him who he was though. Who he is though. He was going through it. We were being diligent with him, and so be it. We didn't know we were gonna catch him or whatever, you know.
Yeah, because if you believed you're an Israelite, you know, you would have immediately you would have started following the Lord. Like it says in the next verse, and it'll be the last one.
What verse was it again? So
Matthew 4.
Oh, in 20, right?
Yeah.
Matthew 4:20 says, and they straightway left their nets and followed him.
See, it's the same way with us. Once we heard this truth, we left everything. We left the world. And we started following. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We started getting into a new thing.
Yeah, because we're not.
And people started seeing that we started changing.
Yeah, bro, because they do notice your countenance and how you speak, and even by how you stand too, bro. Like they'll look at there's something different about you, because you took out all that leaven out, so you're not doing shit like the same no more. And I got a precept. Just gonna get it real quick. He said, we're not trying to and trying to inherit the kingdom, you know what I mean? So I just get it real quick.
Because in order to get the kingdom, you have to go through danger.
Luke 9:62. It said, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back, Slakia, is fit for the kingdom of God.
Yeah. And the plow means the truth of the Bible. If you were preaching the truth of the Bible and then you got kicked out of a camp, there's a reason why you got kicked out of a camp. Because you weren't doing something right. The first camp you come in, you should stay with that camp. Not leave a camp because they're teaching something wrong. You think they're teaching something wrong.
Yeah, like those two guys though. They were like, remember, what was it? They were teaching the what's that called? The sperm going into the woman or some shit like that. I don't know. I forgot Slakia how he worded it, but it was way off though. It was two guys though. I think they're from Mississippi though. I think he was even like an elder or he was like a leader in the camp. They camped it out. I think Apostle Gar called them. They're Bert and Ernie. Hey man, that's the perfect example.
Just like that, the one who just had a dream about the apostles.
Oh yeah.
He's saying that the apostles that they ran, and he's saying that they ran because they were wicked or something like that,
Or something that he said they ran from it or something like that.
Yeah.
No, they were just there to tell you, hey bro, like, continue in this truth though, man, that we're telling you.
But they showed up with menorahs,
Yeah, it's like they showed up in black, like
and garments. That means they're righteous.
They became righteous. Yeah.
So if they ran, they were running from the wicked.
You said I had a question though, but you probably didn't come righteously or something, And it's like we come and tell you what it is, and if you're still not getting it, then we just.
Because he said another spirit jumped on me, and that made him go against the apostles.
The demon, I think
Yeah.
brother said it was a demon.
Yep.
Well, inspiration, motivation, right? That brother broke it down in that video good.
Yep.
And can I get this last piece?
Yeah.
This is Hebrews 6:4, because we're talking about the truth, right? For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost.
See that? So if you're rich, you're tasting heaven right now.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can get everything that you want, just like heaven. You can get as many wives as you want.
Yeah, you got that money, you could.
Yeah, like if you're a celebrity, you could go around. How many fans throw themselves at you?
Yeah, definitely.
A whole stadium of women.
Especially if you're an R&B singer, how many panties are on the? You could get a shovel and get the peck of the panties up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they could get women. They say that guy Ricky Martin, right? That singer. He said he was getting so much fucking that he became gay because he got tired of it. I don't know if that was true or not, but I remember I heard that shit. I'm like, it could be true though, right? Girls were throwing. He's like, man, I got so he got tired. He ended up going the other way. You know?
So I get 2nd Ezra 7 and 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? See, so if we don't go through a little bit of danger, how you gonna get a reward? How you gonna get that inheritance of the kingdom of heaven?
Yeah, they don't be giving out first place trophies just to anybody.
Yeah. When you play the championship, it's not easy. You know?
You're not just gonna go in there and win it.
It's like you're playing yourself. You know, it's you against yourself because like in a boxing match, you know, you gotta train before the fight, and believe me, that the person you're fighting is training just as hard as you are. You know? So
yeah, cause it's also like
you just gotta be ready for that danger.
and boxer named he fought in the '80s, Roberto Duran. You know who he is, right? I think Roberto Duran. And I just found out that his dad was. I mean, it doesn't even matter because he's an Israelite, but his dad was Mexican. He's an Ishkarite, but he was born and his mom was from Panama. But his dad died in Arizona and shit. So I was just, because I was looking at how he boxed, right? I was actually seeing this yesterday, 2 nights ago, right? How he's boxing and everything. I'm like, this guy fights like he's from like an Ishkarite, you know? Like he's a warrior and shit, like he fights though. So I started, digging in. I'm like, oh shit, this guy, his dad was a a so-called Mexican. So I'm like, okay, this explains the way he boxes and shit, Because Jake too. Jake has his way of how he fights too, Jake, has his techniques and how he fights though, man. Anyways, I think it was the second fight with Sugar Ray Leonard that he didn't train and shit. I think it was the second match or his third match with him. But anyways, he didn't train though, so therefore, like he was getting tired though. And I believe it was the fight that he said no mas, that he just gave up. He's like no mas. He just didn't even get up though. He's just like no mas. But I think it was the fact that he was saying that he was mocking Duran, but I think it was that match that he didn't, what's it called? He wasn't working out. So therefore, he just couldn't keep up with the other fighter. So how is it that it's going to be so easy for someone you can't just walk into the gym and come out buff? You got to keep going until, you know what I mean? You get up there big. It's the same thing with this truth, man. You can't I didn't learn this truth overnight. It took me a while, bro. It took me time though. But this brother, was diligent with me and patient with me. And I'll just say it too. When I started learning about this thing though, this truth though, I didn't question it. I didn't go up against it. I didn't go up because you know why I didn't go up against it? Because I respected his brother though. And I didn't go up against this truth because I didn't know nothing of it. So how am I gonna talk something about something I don't know, How am I gonna say something about it? I didn't know about it though, bro. And I have respect for this man, still do. And then, you know what I mean? How am I gonna talk smack about something I don't even know about the truth? You know what I mean? Even when this brother, before I came into the truth, right? I don't even remember. I texted you something G, right? And his brother texted me back, hey, don't call me that. I could have came at this brother sideways or like, what, bro? Like, what do you mean? But I did it. I don't know if you remember, but I did it. You know why I did? I stopped calling him that. Ever since that day, I stopped calling him that. And now I understand. Now I'm in this brother's shoes, though. Me being the truth. Now I understand. I don't want someone to call me G. I'm not a fucking gangster. Fuck that. I hate fucking gangsters. They're part of the 2/3 too. They're gonna fucking die.
That's right. So in order to get into the kingdom of heaven, we have to start following the law, statutes, and commandments,
Yep.
and stop following this world.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do, But for the elect, it's not hard. You know, for us, it's not hard because we already went through the training. You know, we're trained to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We do it every week. You know.
Best to our ability.
Yeah.
The best to our ability. We're not saying we're not standing up here saying we're perfect. We go off though, we do. But guess what? It's the fact that we try to. You know, even Paul said that too. You know. You know, imagine someone that is an alcoholic, right? And next thing you know, it's a famine. There's no more beer. Imagine all those people that are used to going to the store every day and there's no fucking alcohol in there. But us brothers, we're not alcoholics like that. We drink, you know what I mean? Water legal, but we don't drink excessively. So imagine there's a famine of beer. There's no more beer. We're not gonna die over that. Okay, there's no beer, but our body, you know what I mean? It's not used to that. Like, you know what I mean? Our body don't need beer like that. But there's a famine of it. But what about the alcoholics though? They need the beer to actually live, like literally. You know what I mean? Because if they go cold turkey, a lot of them could die though. But us though, our body's trained to, okay, we have some of that, but we don't live off that shit, the beer. You know?
Right. So you know what? We ready for the kingdom of heaven. You know, we ready. So with that, you know, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camp. Who teach us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.